Hello everybody and welcome back to some Dominions 5. This is Keejchen. We are doing Friwald. This is turn 58. Winter in the year 4 of the Ascension Wars. We're finally catching up to the point in time where I have submitted this turn, but it's rolling over in a few hours and we can make changes. I think this is how I want to do it. For several reasons, it's more fun for me. Hopefully more fun for you. Then I don't know what's going to happen in the next turn, so we can talk more honestly about what's actually going on. And I can also use it as a sort of reviewing my own turns, so that we might improve them a little bit. And yeah, this is just a better way of doing things. So let's get into the turn. No diplomacy going around in these last few turns. We had a little bit of a surge of diplomacy, but then things sort of settle into who's attacking who, and now no one's talking again. We are twice boning a lot, and then we are doing some giants, bone fiends, and Galadriel, of course, has cast manifestation, so that's a very interesting thing. First of all, it worked. There's a 50% chance. I think it checks against every commander in the province, whether or not it works. If it doesn't work at all, if it fails all the checks against every commander in the province, it will fly back and kill the casting mage, which would have been really, really bad. But it worked. This guy is an ashen angel. He's got a bane blade. It's the same. Is that the same the Wraith Lords have? I think. And decent stats. He's also invulnerable. Got Spirit Side, Amphibian, so you can use it in the water. That's kind of cool. Alright. He's pretty strong. He found an enemy mage. Actually a pretty good one. Not the highest level ones necessarily, but he's got some gems here. So we spent 4 gems to cast the spell, and there's 7 gems here. And this guy is casting Swarm. Actually, that's a pretty good counter for an assassination. So our little assassin here will have to try to get at him. Now he's doing wine arrows to try to kill our guy. And he's actually in melee range now. He lands an 18 damage wine arrow on this guy, and he's also deceased now. So, yeah, it's very interesting. He almost got it here, but then he routes. And when you route from assassination, there's no coming back. He also gets interrupted. I didn't even know that these guys could change into horned serpents, but apparently that's a thing. And then he's dead. Alright. So it did work. This guy has 220 gold. Oh, it's two recruitment turns. 270 gold, my bad. Okay, so it's a pretty good one, actually. And like I said, he had the 7 gems, everything. All in all, it was a worthwhile cast. So very nice to know that is something we can do. Very cool. Bishop Fish, twice born, Clouds Piece, successful. Magic Side and Dunster. We found a Starlit Pond down here, which is just 1 extra Astral Gem. Very nice. That's 1/25th. No, 1/35th of an Angel extra every turn. So, Anselm found a Magic Site. A mineral came in Ministra, and then we lost the province, so that was a little bit unfortunate. Not worth it necessarily. And mineral came giving 1 extra Earth Gem to Shanton. Oh no. We have Unrest in Mudwater Caves, but that is this could be with the work of enemy spies, but I think this is where we have our Kooni that I have been recruiting, so that's probably what it is. And then we lost a dude to crippling. No, a Libbling unit were crippled. Then we get into the battles here. I want to jump right in and just give us the real battle here, the one you're all here for, the battle for Jeburo. This is probably the craziest battle I have fought. Not the craziest one I have seen, but the craziest one I have fought in Dominions. This our armies here meet. This is the army of Shanton. We've seen it multiple times. Is there anything worth noting? Well, first of all, the son of the goddess, the Etten, is still here. He's not at the very back. I was kind of hoping that he would maybe put it at the back, so he had better access to fighting the angels, and we would, instead, what would happen is we would land on it with 4 angels at once and kill him. That would have been really, really nice. He's not going to be hurt by the initial angel attack here. There's not a lot of units on the field for Shanton here, but we have seen and we know that it's deceptive because every one of these pink tentacle arm men here are death mages. So here's the Skeleton Corps. Then we have air mages and these bird head dudes. These guys are Druids of Conflagrations, so that's fire mages. We have the crab guys. We've seen them before at the back. There's 3 of them in total. These horned serpents are just normal dudes, but this swarm drake is a mage. I'm not sure exactly how that. I think there's a spell where you can. It's called polymorph, where you can change one of your own mages into a random creature, and that is what I assumed has happened here. So that's a swarm drake that can cast spells. And so we should check for gems. But I believe there's... Oh, right. So there's the... This guy must be the one here. Yeah. There's a Mist Thought, the Ivory King, who has a Thistle Mace, Armor of Twisting Thorns, and Amulet of Resilience. He's got 5 nature gems. So he'll be casting some battlefield enchantment this fight. But otherwise, there's not a lot of gems on the field for Shanton. He has this one guy with... and I think there's a few more of these with fires in a jar. There's one here. Alright. But not a lot of gems. There's a nature gem there, and that's it. The player for this nation was complaining that he didn't have nature gems for this fight, which is really weird to me, because that's not the case. And he does get up some battlefield enchantment, so it's not... Like, he does get to cast some of it. Now, we've seen our setup. I went through it in the last episode. This is how it looks. Fire Lavaborn, who has heat on the flanks with these guys who are fire resistance next to them. On the other side, we have the Winter Wolves that have chill. They've taken damage. That's interesting. Because they have more maximum hit points, but because of the winter, strength of winter, but for some reason they don't have it. So instead they just start damage. That's kind of weird. And these guys are all cold resistant, so they won't be affected by the chill aura. And then in the center we have every normal unit. Most of them have regeneration. We have our flyers here, and then we have the whole buffing center here. Now this guy got pushed a little bit off course, but hopefully we can make it work. So I'll go slowly here, and we'll have a look at what kind of buffing we get in here, which is really important. Yeah, Legions of Steel seems to affect everything. So we should have checked, of course, before okay, I will quit out and we'll restart it, because I want to see the difference that our spells make. 20 protection right now, 22 for him. So just comparisons. 15 protection there. Then Legions of Steel goes down here. Body Ethereal landed on insert Hobbit name here, which is our newest angel. He goes up to 25, 23, so it's a bonus of 3, it seems, for all our protection. This guy got Body Ethereal. We have Regeneration being landed. Blessing. Strength of Giants. So strength is a +4, so they hit harder now. I think some of them must have gotten regeneration here. Or no? Regeneration 10%, but that's the ring. This guy has no regeneration. This guy has 10, but no ring, so he got hit by a regeneration. This guy has 10, but that's the ring. And this guy didn't get it. So, unfortunately, not a lot of them got... Who got the regeneration? How can we tell? I'm trying to see whether there are some spell effects on some of these other guys. I don't see it, though. They all cast it, so the ones that get it should have gotten it by now. Oh well. Seems like it got hit. Now the Griffins, they're going to be flying up front. We see him doing all of his things here. It's mostly skill spam in here. Then there's some Phoenix Power. Phoenix Power, Body Ethereal, Phoenix Power, Wooden Warriors down here, Personal Regeneration, Horde of Skeletons. These guys are also skill spammers, and they are on the flanks. I'm not sure why he positions some of these flyers like out here. What is the benefit of that? Also worth noting that any water elementals cast in this fight will be turning into ice elementals, which I believe are a bit better than water elementals. They have chill and they trample. And they have ice protection, so they get more protection when it's more cold. This is something that I did not account for. Because we are doing living water in here, so we're going to get a lot of ice elementals, but that sounds like it's a good thing. But they all have the chill aura, and not a lot of my guys have ice protection. Like our cavemen do, but that's sort of it. And we have the same situation where we'll be freezing a lot of our own units. Lots of soul vortex going down in here. This guy has cast nothing at this point. But it's mass protection going up by Crabthogs. So, where's that here? That's this guy over here. That's what his one nature gem was spent on. So mass protection is bark skin on everything in the arena, in the fight. So they now all have susceptible to fire. This guy have some. He's got to be the leader then. Inspirational and inspirational. Okay, so lots of morale. Whoopsie. What about over here? Anything new? Let's just check. I think we only landed 1 regeneration. That's a little bit unfortunate. Out of 3. Yeah. And you could argue that I should have done 2 rounds of buffing. No, this guy has regeneration 20 now. Very good for Myriadoc. Good. But 2 rounds of buffing, they would have maybe gotten it, all of them. Now the Griffins will land in here. Mass regeneration. Oh, from this guy. Very cool. And we have put up natural rain. Which will then become snow. I'm also seeing some spells here, not sure what that is. Our Moose Knight are charging forward. And here comes our Griffins. They die very quickly. Our Moose Knights are on the front line. I honestly haven't checked how they've been doing. I've seen this battle a few times. Our Angels should be going anytime soon. Legions of Steel being popped again, and another Body Ethereal. Oh, so they actually stick around for 2 casts, it seems. Oh, I could have buffed them more though, even though they were only on hold 1. Ah. Well, they definitely have Strength of Giants and Legions of Steel then. And this, okay, it's being cast up front, so we have some extra protection up here, and Strength of Giants. Yep, very good. Yeah. Our Griffins, they sort of evaporated really quickly here. Also worth noting that there are, in the mix, there are a number of Wraith Lords that are really dangerous. One there, there's like 2 or 3 Wraith Lords in this battle. So the front lines are meaning mostly skeletons from the Shenton side, but there's going to be a lot of them. Here comes the Angels. They immediately land and clear this mage line at the back. These guys, there are 2 mages here, they're dead. And these 2 Crabthogs were in the other form. Then when they get hit and they die, they turn to the crab form, and then they have full health, but then they are already almost dead. They both got hit. We have 1 angel, 2 angels landing in here. Bilbo landing here, and Smeagol landing here, who immediately got stunned somehow. So they are not in a good spot, and we have the Son of the Goddess right up here. Worth noting that I don't think he is scripted to attack flyers. Or he might be, but then he's not finding these guys. They're right. It's like 2. This space was okay. So 2 spaces away. If he moved 2 spaces south, he would start killing angels. Right? But you see that the skeletons are now starting to surround these guys here. The crab thugs here are holding back. We're gonna go slow through all of this battle. I think it's really cool. We have a lot of, I guess, our mage cast living water twice. So we have a lot of ice elementals moving up, but they'll be freezing our own troops. We also have swarm being cast, so a lot of small bugs running forward. Now Mist Thought is casting relief. And I believe that's all of his gems. Yeah, so no more battlefield enchantments going up for either side. Relief cast from him, which is a really nice spell. I would love to have it. We don't have it yet, but yeah. Lots of stuff going down. Not sure if anything here is worth talking about. This is mostly the thing of the side of the field that we'll be focusing about, but we could go like this. This guy's been enlarged as well. Yeah, Sathmark is here. That's cool. This guy cast Lightning Bolt on him and gets... has to pay for it in blood. The two other crab thugs are dead. So that's, again, the cool thing about these angels is if they are hit by spells like this, they can often make... my mouse scrolling. Come on, scroll down. Scroll down. Scroll, yeah, yes, yep. 16 dealt back from 15 received, so it dealt even more damage than he received from it, which is really interesting. I suppose this is because he has shock resistance. This guy don't. Maybe that's why. But that's gonna be the case everywhere where the angels get attacked. They will deal some damage back, or have a chance of it at least. The mage core in here is still intact. And now our angels are moving in, but they'll be sort of blocked by this line of skeletons, which is what we feared. Now the skeletons, the skeleton spam, have split in two, sort of at the middle here. Some of them going for the front line, the new generation of skeletons is moving back towards the end. And what I would want is for our front line to push through the skeletons here. Because the skeletons are kind of crap, we should be able to beat them. And our angels will kill a lot here in this row, but it doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. Killing skeletons really don't matter. And there you go. This other angel here, insert hobbit name, ended up landing on this crab frog. That's really nice. He's gonna beat that guy. The Aten is still not getting into contact with the angels, so they are free to just sit here and attack. They are getting hit, some of them. This guy has regeneration 10, so he's okay with taking a little bit of damage. They also have the elixirs of life for an entire extra life. And I think all of our angels have one of these elixirs of life, except Meriadoc, apparently. But he has regeneration then. Yeah. Everyone will have either regeneration or the elixir of life. Some of them have both. So now we see here, one of our hill giants is being frozen in the front line here. This is by wolves, winter wolves. But in here, all of these ice elementals aren't able to get to the front, and so they sit at the back here and just freeze our own dudes, which is really unfortunate. Up here, we're fighting, killing stuff. We are hitting the priest here. He's routing. In fact, a lot of these smaller dudes here end up routing really early from all the losses. Not yet, I suppose. Okay. Now the Aten is pushing through, and somehow he's getting up here in to the front lines, which is not where he wants to be. He wants to be back here killing the angels. If he had taken out angels earlier in the fight, it would have been very good for Shanton. Much better. He ends up going up here, and he can't really even get into the front line because it's blocked by skeletons that are not dying as fast as I would have wanted them to. And we are sort of getting a little bit around the flank here. We're filling in with new creatures through the swarm. On this flank here, the wine ogres are sort of dominating us a little bit, which is unfortunate. So we're winning on this side, except there's a Wraithlord holding down the center. And over here, yeah. And he is sending some of these Druids of the Plagues up front. And I think it's because they have the Soul Vortex, so he just wants them to sit in the front line and be really annoying, drain health and such. I don't know if I agree with that entirely, but it's fine, I suppose. The Skelispan back here is just holding up the angels now. They're not going to be able to get to anything because of all of the skeletons here. And this is what we feared. So now that this I knew would happen. So what we need then is the front line to pull through. These guys are routing, so that's not good. We need the front line to either push or it's to push through, or at least start dragging the skeletons up front so that the angels can get some space to go in and kill the mages, because they can't get to the mages that are sitting here. This guy is not fatigued. I was hoping that he would move up and kill this guy. That would be really nice. So we see some of these smaller units now running away. And yeah, we're getting in there. Insert Hobbit name is fighting this crab fuck. We've gotten all the way in here with this guy. Okay, so Smeagol ate some sort of spell or something that killed him, and he drank his elixir of life. So he's down 1 elixir of life. Everyone else still has theirs. Even you, yeah. We are killing skeletons all day long. They are, in fact, killing them so fast that we get to advance a little bit, I believe. No, they took the spot again. Damn it. Okay, we killed the crab thug here, so that's really good. And the front line, we're still wrapping a little bit around them in this edge here. On this edge, we're still being overwhelmed a little bit. Now he's free up here, so he will be going somewhere else. Meanwhile, our angels there cutting down skeletons. Yeah, just surrounded by skeletons. We have skeletons of our own joining the field at least. This Sathmok here is really having some good thuggy units in the front line is probably what ends up causing us to not break through, I suppose. And it really isn't happening. One of our this angel, insert Hobbit name, ended up joining the front line for a little bit here. And he kills some units. Meanwhile, we're killing units in here, just killing skeletons all day long. I should have the camera focused like this, I suppose. But they clear this back here, and he's now free, so he will be flying again. Up here, is he decaying? Oh, he's confused. And this guy is enraged. Yeah. The Etten still being in here is trying now again to get to the angels, I think. But he can't push through the skeletons. Yeah, lots of spell being cast. I don't know how many. I'm assuming that some of these mages are dying to casting spells that hit the front line, but they all have regeneration. So if they don't do it, if they don't land enough hits, they will regenerate themselves over time. Like, I think one of them just took a hit. Yeah, 7 damage there, but he's going to regenerate that in no time. So I don't think they're dealing damage into the angels fast enough to kill themselves. Now they are all here. Insert Happen name has landed in the back as well, dealing 100 damage to this skeleton. They do deal triple damage to undead, so that's why. And now our Decree of the Underworld, our priest is actually moving up to a point where he can start supporting the angels, killing the undead fast enough that they will break through and start killing some other things, hopefully. One of them is flying again. Is this guy running away? Yeah, most of our units are breaking from the front line. And these Vine Ogres won't, and they're really hard to kill. Also have regeneration, all of them, right? Yeah. That's not good. And we can't kill the Wraith Lords, or our standard units cannot. Our own Wraith Lord here is moving forward. The guy with no name. This guy got slowed. Is that present in here? No, I guess he's got boost of quickness, so now his combat speed should be standard. Unless he resisted the slow, of course. Back here, I think 2 of our angels are in the air. One of them land there. The other one lands up here. So now he's going to be able to kill a mage. Good. One more mage goes down. And it looks like we are pushing the skeletons back here. Now some of them, the enemy mages, they start to rout. And they rout into the angels. So he dies. And that's good. That's helpful. Some of our mages have, units have made it back to this archdruid here. That's good. But they won't actually be able to. But they're holding up these skeletons. They aren't going up to the angels. Very good. Again, the Wraith Lords in the center are just blocking our passage. We're killing the mages that he's sent to the front line. So that's good. Our 7 angels are still in the back line, trying to cut down skeletons fast enough. Now another enemy mage is breaking, and he died. Yeah. We have 6 angels here, so where's the last one? So far we have not lost an angel. So that's nice. And we're still holding the front line, but we're not really breaking through as much as I had hoped. A little bit though. This is at least our guy, but he's running away now. They made it to the back line, but only to be stopped by more skeletons. Another guy running away. And if we fight them long enough and they rout, that's good. Another spell here being repaid more harshly. And that can make them break too, I suppose, if they get hit enough that they get a morale check from the damage. The Swarm Drake is now doing Poison Breath, which would be pretty bad on our... No, they have Poison Resistant 15. Good. So this guy here is into the cookie jar now, Peregrine II. There's 2 mages here that he can get at. We still have the Etten lurking just at the edge, 2 spaces away from the angels. He wants to get at those angels so bad, but his army is faltering around him. Kill the mage there. This guy's health. Another one was repaid in damage here, but he must have resisted the effect. Yeah. We are getting in there. There aren't any skeletons at the back here anymore. I think they've basically routed at this point. These lightning bolts are killing his own guys. Another lightning bolt here that ends up hitting this guy. He's dealing damage enough to himself fast enough that he is dying. And we still have a healing elixir here. Same situation as always with the Wraith Lords. They haven't really progressed. Our own Wraith Lord is fighting this Wraith Lord down here. And I guess can actually kill him if he's lucky. He's enlarged, so he has extra hit points, and he's got boots of speed, combat speed. No, he's got it cancelled out by slow apparently. But he also has regeneration from mass regeneration and everything. So it's not easy to take down, even despite all the things. Now we are still making progress with the angels, and it's really the angels are carrying this battle. Now there's nothing protecting the mages. They will move in, getting at the next line, getting awfully close to that Etten there. There's the first contact between Angel and Etten. Let's have a look at the rest of the battle before we dive into that little duel. Let's have a look at it. This guy has not taken damage yet. He has regeneration 10, so that makes 9 per turn. He's got attack skill 21, defense skill 10, so he's likely to be hit if attacked. But magic resistance 16 versus the 15 from this one here. He has better than average chance of resisting the Blood Vengeance if he deals damage to an angel. This guy has defense skill 18, which is not a lot. He's got limp and weakened Bilbo here. And he does still have an elixir of life, so that's good. He's got that going for him. Protection 24, protection 26 in this guy. These are totally my items that he's stolen, but whatever. We will fight him. He immediately deals 76 damage to my angel, Recall that he has a midget smasher dealing double damage to smaller beings, and they are all. And it's by base it is 52. So yeah, we could have a look at that roll maybe. I don't know. The combat log is filled up with fatigue rolls, so you can't really use it for anything. But 76 damage being dealt here, so he had to drink his elixir of life. Comes back in with disease, but is ready to fight again with full health. Meanwhile, we're now killing mages down here while we're fighting the Etten. So at least we've got that going for us while we're fighting the Etten. So he hits the Etten for 9, which is what it regenerates per turn. So that's not really enough. Got another guy routing here, that's good. I've been missing some angels, but I know that we have him. Okay, so he was out killing a mage out here. This guy's completely surrounded. I think this guy's routing, yep. Our ice elementals are still making havoc. This guy has a phoenix pyre, I think. Alright, yeah. So, I don't know how we tell that, but he's gonna be spawn and maybe he doesn't have phoenix pyre enlarged. I know one of them at least have phoenix pyre. Okay, so now, okay. I think we missed it, but this guy one-shotted Bilbo, and that's the end of Bilbo this time. There's no coming back from that here. Yeah, instant hit Angel in body with midget smasher for 73 points of damage. Target was killed, and he didn't get any retaliation on that, so he's still at 73. Peregrine just landed right next to him, so he's now going to be taking up that challenge. Unfortunately, he spends his first few turns at killing mages, which is important, but probably not as important as killing this Son of the Goddess thing. I'm going to check real quick now. Okay. Yeah. Up here is the important thing. Still have these guys casting lightning bolts on our dudes. He's back to full health with that regen there. What are you doing, Frodo? Blind. Blind and limp, confused and enraged. Chest wound here. Enraged and confused. And this guy's got a never healing wound. Now Peregrine still has his elixir of life. He's got a vine shield, 27 melee defense versus the 21 attack skill, 24 attack skill here. So a better than average chance of resisting, but he does take a hit. He takes a hit of 26, which he has Undying too. So he goes down to -1 exactly and lives. He lost an eye because this guy... So it wasn't the midget smasher this time around, it was the eye catcher that hit him, I think. And he gouges out an eye from this angel. But in this case, the Blood Vengeance hit him, and he takes 24 damage back. So that's really good. Meanwhile, we'll kill a mage here. I'm just going to check that everything else is as we expect it to be. Up here, we are killing mages. Would be more. I would have see if all the mages have just at this point, or all the angels had just at this point jumped the Etten, he would have died so easily. Instead, we land a hit on him dealing 6 damage. It's not really a lot. We don't do a lot of damage to really, really high armored guys like that guy. He's got protection 26, right? So, yeah. We need a lot of hits on him. Oh, look at that. This guy is enraged and confused. He hit Samwise twice here, I think. That's interesting. I didn't actually catch that earlier. So he hit... They made him hit his ally, or another guy here. He got crippled from that attack, I think. That's where he got the cripple. Damn. Okay, that's not fun. This guy's routing. This guy's routing. This Wraith Lord is holding the ground. The other Wraith Lord died. Yes, they somehow killed the other Wraith Lord. But this Wraith Lord is holding on. You still have this guy in here. Okay, and so here, the Etten lands a 81 damage hit on Peregrine, I think it was, and he kills him. That was he already... See, the problem is for me here that he didn't already spend the elixir, but I think he must have taken another hit, or he took... Or what happened is that he took enough damage to kill him twice, or something like that. Regardless, the Blood Vengeance hits back on him and deals 65 damage to the Etten, and then he dies. So, tooth for tooth, eye for eye, Etten for angel. He killed 2 angels, but then the Blood Vengeance killed him. So again, the angels, even when they die, they sort of trade evenly, which is amazing. So yeah, they're casting blindness, which is really, really annoying, because we have blindness on this guy, blindness here, blind, limp, crippled. Yeah, it's just so many afflictions. But at this point, it's sort of over. Right? These remaining mages here cannot hold up to the angels. They kill them. Okay, this guy up here had Phoenix Pyre. So he's killed, but he reappears down here. That's what I've been looking for. Here's the Phoenix Pyre. So he's gonna keep coming back as long as he's not overly fatigued. So he respawns down here. The blast didn't do any actual damage because we have fire resistance. But then, if we zoom out, like so, the first angel to take off immediately lands next to him. Insert hobby name here. And we are fighting everywhere, I suppose. We kill the other guy up here, another angel back here. This guy got cut down again, and I don't think he had too much fatigue at that point, so he is completely killed. Leaving now the Wraith Lord and this Ivy King and only the Vine Ogres standing basically at this point. The Ivy King is broken, so he will try to get away. And now I set it into slow motion. I actually thought we were running slow motion the whole time, but I guess we weren't. So now it's not really necessary. This guy tries to get away. Oh, does he get away? Oh, come on, kill him. No, we don't want the Ivy King to get away. I didn't think he would. Land in front of him? No. Okay, kill him. Kill him. Okay, he landed in front of him, so the Ivy King will not get away. I didn't think so. This up here is not really a challenge for... They can't hurt the angels, these guys. Sathmark, the Wraith Lord, will get to him. They kill the Ivy King, indeed. So then it's only really the Sathmark here. And he hasn't been hurt really at all, because he's regenerating. He's got the Soul Vortex up. There's just really nothing that can harm him by default. But we are landing some hits on him here and there. And it takes a little bit of time. Honestly, not sure how we break him down. I forgot. Haha. They're not getting him down at all. He's decaying. But he's got lots of age left to go. Huh. Okay, we'll play it out. I don't remember how they get him. God. Okay, so an angel got in there. This guy is still confused, and he killed some of our own units, I think. And he's decaying? Yeah. Okay, but age... Ugh. Okay. And we won! The battle for Jepero. We have found a buttload of items. Not as many as I could have hoped, I think, because I think a lot more stuff died that had items than this is indicating. And we still have quite a few units or commanders around that could have picked up items. So it's not that we didn't have room for it, it's just that, yeah, apparently only this much is found. That's unfortunate, but it's still nice getting all this free loot, I suppose. We lost 2 angels. They get 208. We lost 1 barbarian chief, 1 buried initiate, and 2 captains. They both died, and one of them had a bow, but whatever. No mages were lost, except the buried initiate. The high priest survived and killed 20 units. And all in all, I think our units trade like relatively well. Even the Triple D school infantries get some kills here. Lavaborn trading relatively well again. Trolls trading pretty well. Moose Knights, they got in there early and they started killing stuff. Winemen did some work. All in all, really good performance for our troops. Moving down into the forces of Shanton. I have, in fact, I took out my calculator and I checked exactly how much gold were lost, and I sort of lost count in through it, but in mages at least, there's more than 6,000 gold here. Probably more than 7,000 gold, because I didn't finish my counting, but I'll click on the guys here so that you can see these costs. 315, Hawks 225, Convocations only 175, Plagues 190, Hawks 180, and then Shamans are 115. Then of course there's Ivy King, it's a summonable unit, so this is in gems. The Inferior Bishop, I suppose, is 65, it's a priest. The Etten is a summonable unit or a hero unit for the nation, either way. It died. And the Wraith Lords were, you know, they're gems, but these guys, they come back, so they aren't permadead. And the Swarm Drake, I'm not sure how he got that guy, but it died at least. Everything died. I think... Okay, so 1 Druid of Plagues got away. And 1 Shaman got away. And then his units sort of died. The Vine Ogres were pretty good in this fight, actually. They held up quite well, and they lasted to the end. They just held his troops, or held my troops back so that they couldn't get to the mages, which is really important. And I didn't realize how good Vine Ogres are. But they are pretty good. They're not very killy, but they are really, really tough to kill. So there's that. Retreat details. We lost 1 unit retreating, and that was our Focus, the Fellow of the Penultimate Secret, who was killed when retreating into enemy territory. Everyone else made it out. So all in all, like, this is probably worth 10,000 gold on Shanton's side, which is insane. If you convert some of the gems into gold cost. And on our side, we lost a lot of gems in these 2 angels, but then the rest is sort of meh. We do lose. I mean, a lot of our troops here are really good, like Griffins, Hill Giants, Lavaborn, Trolls are good units, and we would have preferred to keep them, but trading it for this army, hell yeah. Nice. And then we now we have to go and talk about all the boring battles. But we gotta do it, let's go through them. This is Domin, where we are converging some troops, and there's a little bit of province defense. Then in Laria, he did try to leave Laria. He has resurrected the Bug Life as a mummy. What did you look at that? And this is the one, it's here. It's queer, it's good to go. And Mummy is a dead hero brought back from the dark ritual of rebirth. The dried and leathery body is stronger than it was in life and retains all of its magical powers. The mummy is constantly surrounded by a horrible wind of leprosy. Wind of leprosy. That's gotta be this plague carrier thing. Okay. And then we have a Master of the Spring, the Hydra hatchling. Like, what the hell is this? This is a Hydra that can cast spells. And I think, again, this must be a mage that has cast polymorph on itself, and it's now a Hydra. And then the Give It Up Frodo, the Wraith Lord, is here. I'm assuming that these guys were inside the fort and they are breaking out to try to retreat. But he's not retreating with them, so that does not make sense. Maybe he was hoping to clear it. But we stayed with our little skeleton spam core. So they will spam a lot of skeletons, and they are all, I think... Oh, he cast some swarm there. Nice. We survived that. We're doing some buffing spells. And we're doing hordes of skeletons. So I think we have them on advance and cast spells as usual. Which means we will try to move forward and control some of these mages that is moving forward. We already killed the bug life, I suppose. Our skeletons surrounded him and killed him. This guy won't go down that easily. But we have enough skeletons here that nothing really can stop us. We move in, they cast dust, he dies. Then we have a fire elemental and some bugs. But it's not really enough to break through. And then this Hydra hatchling, do we get it? I don't remember. It is broken. Did we get it? Please kill it. Nice. So, really, really good. And we got a lot of loot from killing the bug life here, who had some loot, I think. More losses for Shenton. He gets the Wraith Lord back, of course, but not a good situation for him here. This mummy here was his legendary hero that he resurrected, and now it's dead again. I have no regrets here. In the God Coast, this is our Wraith Lord raiding the province of Rosbart, where he's patrolling with a bunch of wolves. He casts invulnerability, and then he's just gonna fight the whole thing as if it were nothing. They can't really hurt him, and so he just cuts them down one by one. The only thing that's really important here is how many wolves we kill, because they are real troops. The other troops are PD, I think, so they don't really matter. But the wolves, we want to kill as many wolves as we can. And yeah, this went relatively well. I don't even think they hurt him once. So despite us not having the Soul Vortex, which gives regen, it doesn't really matter. He's got the Chill Aura, which is freezing some of the guys, and here they run away. Yeah. So God Coast, we killed 10 wolves. And oh, it's just some other units as well. Nice, nice, nice. Just, yeah, breaking everything in the God Coast. He loses blood. He doesn't get money. He doesn't get production. He doesn't get blood slaves, and he loses his patrollers. Perfect. Endless Caverns. Moving on. So, yeah, we've been suffering that kind of raids for the entire game, so, or at least the last half part of it. In Ministra, we are being attacked by Tinium, who I actually formed this little army in here with everything I had remaining nearby. I don't think I covered that in the last episode. Anyway, we were just trying to consolidate our forces in this area, and Tinium moves in. I hope we killed something here for once against the Tinium. But they're backed up by this guy here, who's not that bad. And we don't really have mages on this side of the world. Oh, we have this Bird Initiate moving back here. Oh, if he kills this now, he's got invulnerable 25. No chance in hell. Oh, he dealt 1 damage. He dealt the damage. Or not. It looked like he dealt the damage, but maybe he didn't. We are not winning that battle. We kill 6 Actinium Club Bandits with this force. So, yeah. Actinium is still a problem. Ongbaloth, we are attacking Actinium. This is us raiding him with 2 Wraith Lords here, and they moved most of their stuff out. But we do get to kill some things. We'll see if those Lamias can damage us at all. With 2 of them here spamming skeletons. And there's been a lot of death here. So they get some special undead. One of them was scripted to attack apparently. Which is fine. Gonna move in there. And these guys, they aren't easy to kill, but the Wraithlords can do it. Especially backed up with some skeletons. It's actually a good combo having one cast and the other one attack. Look at that, they're just powering through the skeletons, they don't even care. Yeah, they might even have one if they weren't two. They would probably have one if I didn't have two Wraithlords in here. That's my assumption. They do end up killing a few of them. Not even all of them, like most of them get away. This guy is old age now at least. Oh, we don't get to kill him, I think. Okay. That was okay, we killed 4 Lamias and the province defense. And we got the province mirror. We are attacking Shenton here. Oh, this is just our mercenaries raiding. Not a problem. In Kepria. This is our Sylphs mercenaries that are going to be attacking here. He puts one composer of the scripture in here with. Oh, it's the same as last. I think Harasbat stale this turn. I'll have to. Or it was the last turn. I think this is the turn where he staled. So that's why these guys are still in here. I think because they would have been better served moving somewhere else, for sure. But he. Yeah. Like, I can only speculate, but it might be that he got a little tilted from me killing all of his mages in that battle in the last episode, and I think he sees that he can't attack me, and I can't conclude that that's why he stales and he doesn't want to play anymore, but it sort of seems like that might be the case. We definitely own this province as well. In Lombardia, we are being raided by Atinium, and they kill everything. No problem. In Garillion, we are being attacked by one Wraithlord. He's gonna clear this province defense. I actually put some province defense in here, but it's not gonna take anything. So the main thing here is worth noting that whatever retreated from this province could be in either one of these two provinces. That's why it's good for him to clear it, and Relothia as well. But from what our scouting intel tells us, that we don't see anything other than Gothmog, who just cleared this one here. Alright, in Lombardia and Garillion Numicria, we are being attacked by Atinium. And this game is sort of turning into me just fighting the AI, which is the entire point of this series was to not fight the AI. But I guess you get to see me fight the AI a little bit. Anyway. Oh, we killed a Lamia. We killed 2. Oh, did we kill one more? No, that one didn't die. That was in Numicria. We killed 2 Lamias with the province defense. That's actually fine. In Shem, he attacked us with one Wraithlord here, and I did put up enough patrollers, I think, to make that not efficient. We have 5 hill giants here. We know how that goes. It's all about, does he kill anything important before he himself gets eaten? We actually land a hit on him there that deals a lot of damage. We can kill him normally. He lands a decay on one of our dudes. And he's damaging this guy really efficiently. Land a good hit again. He's down to 8 hit points here, and now the rest of the army comes in, but then he got eaten. Unfortunately, our guy would die from old age there, so that he did get to kill a giant, and, you know, he comes back. So it was a victory for Shenton, nonetheless. In the Moon, we have taken control of this province without any contest. In Sothalar, we are being raided by a Wraithlord. No surprise there. We have a priest unit who will move up and try to banish the guy as usual. I want to see if it even damages him. I haven't actually seen this battle yet. 2 damage there. Okay, it can damage him then. And if it can damage him, it can inflict him. Okay, there he took a hit from a normal attack. Yeah. He's running away. I mean, the chance alone that they defend against the Wraith Lord without these having to move commanders and counter raiders and such, that's really worth it. So that is nice. Here we have another big army moving in from Latinium, and it's just going to kill some province defense in South Adar. No, Sulfuria. We didn't kill anything in Jebero. Oh, we've seen this battle. Okay. An unexpected event occurred in Iona. 11 air gems. We got 244 gold in the Bulwark. In Kareen, a event give us 4 mortar gems, and we get -2 Dominion, whatever. In Iona. Here, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. At the bottom, we have disease spreading. It's getting worse and worse every turn, and I'm not sure that's because we are moving into bigger provinces, or because the disease just gets worse and worse, or whatever. Yeah, he's spreading disease, this guy. This turn, this time, I'm scripting him all the way up the front. He's going to do summon elemental and then just run forward and attack. And hopefully he will die, so we can take control of this Bane Venom Charm, and we will move it. We will make a unit that can carry it into Harasbat territories or Avas territories. Ooh, I might do it to Avas. Ooh, you know what we should do? We should go in here, or yeah, in here. Yes, and instead of casting Twiceborn here, we will go down and cast a. Where is it? A Black Serpent. Yes, let's do that instead of the Twiceborn here. So if we get the charm this turn, we can put it on that guy, the Black Servant, and move him up towards Avast territories with that thing. That would be good. Jeez, I hope the music isn't so loud that you guys can't hear me at all, because then this is that's not as intended, of course. I'm gonna turn down my own sound a little bit, and your sound, so it's a little bit more manageable. Okay, let's keep moving down the messages here. The fortification in Grain Gate has been breached, and we anticipated this happening, so we are moving in a large army to counter that. We started to destroy the fort gate at the Fort of Laria, but it's going very slowly. We need more men or much more time to succeed, so we are not making much progress there. But now we will be moving more men in, and hopefully we can break it next turn, but otherwise the turn after that. Shanton is unharmed, Highmill is unharmed, but we still have these 2 provinces in our control. And God Coast, we just took this one, but we are not, of course, not actually going to be able to siege it down. Patrolling, and then we have a new famous hero, Frodo III, who got a tough skin. Very cool. Now, the angels. Let's have a look at them. Meriadoc, the Angel of Fury, is blind. And blind give us... Look at our attack skills and defense skills. Now they're sort of useless. Okay, attack skill 15 is not completely useless, but from being, you know, a really, really strong unit that is almost unbeatable, the blindness just sort of ruins them. Samwise II has... still have his elixir of life, but got crippled and got a chest wound. Yeah. Crippled means that he has... I don't know if it's the same for commanders. I don't think I've actually seen it kill a commander when you move, but it can happen to normal troops, and I'm afraid that it happens to him. It also lowers his map move by 75%, so from being able to strike almost anywhere on the map, he's now very constrained in where he can go. All in all, this is just crap. His stats at least are okay. Then insert Hobbit name here, got Never Healing Wound, so he's the one who got away with the least amount of hits. Smeagol, okay, Smeagol actually is fine. And then Frodo the Third got blind and limp, so he is just in a bad place. Now, what we're gonna do about that, because I've scoured the internet, I've scoured the forum, and I've asked on the Discord, what can I do when my commanders get afflictions, and specifically, what can I do against blindness? And my own research gave me the best solution, I think. I don't know if it's the best solution, but the best one I can come up with is to empower them in blood. So we're empowering Frodo in blood 1, and then when he has that, he can go in and cast Blood Feast. And Blood Feast, I've never used it, and I should do some testing, but we'll do the testing, we'll do it live, as they say. But this will get healing him of all or at least most afflictions. Then he has a chance of becoming or developing uncontrollable cravings for human flesh, which I have no idea what that implies, but it's not good, of course, whatever. We will try to see if we can heal Frodo, because he's got the unbreakable skin heroic ability. I kind of want to keep him around. We could do it with more, but we're going to do it with one guy to start, and we'll see if we have to keep doing it. Now, Samwise, you are the assassin, so maybe you shouldn't. Because right now we're moving all angels onto Laria. That is the next major objective in this campaign, is to get control of Laria, destroy the temple which is the only Shanton temple, the only place he can recruit priests, the only place he can get his guard back. It is the place with the crypt underneath. It is the place where all his Wraith Lords are born and come back to. If we take Laria, I defeat Shanton, and then we take Shanton's capital afterwards. That's sort of the major goal. We're setting all angels on that, except the one who is casting empowerment. So 4 angels moving up there. Everything from Domin moving down here. So we're moving in a lot of siege strength, and I'm hoping it'll be enough to break it next turn. And then we're coming in with what we have remaining here into Laria. It's not a lot, but it's something. We've kitted out a Buried Initiate to be a little bit more helpful here. We have lots of items. Honestly, I shouldn't. There's still the lab in here, so he can get rid of his items in there. That's fine. Attack closes. Yep, sounds good. Okay. Yeah. These afflictions. And you might think, okay, but Keejchen, you can just forge magic items. You can just forge eyes. You know, you can forge eyes. This one gives spirit sight, so of course that will work. Trust me, I have tried that before. I had a blinded commander. So I've thought, okay, you know what? I'll just put an eye in him. And I think I put an eye of precision in him, and it didn't work. So I put another eye in him, another one of the magic eyes items. And then he had 2 item slots that were filled up by eyes that he couldn't use because he was already blind. So his stats were so dumb that it didn't matter, and he still couldn't see. So for some reason, the game developers doesn't think that you should be able to restore sight to a commander by putting eyes in them. And I have asked on Discord, and those who knew what they were talking about agreed with me on that. There's no way to get around it. There's not really any way to get rid of afflictions. There is one thing that you can do, and that is in Construction 8, which we have not researched yet. You can forge an item that we can, in fact, get the pass for if we empower just once, I think. So, and it's a very expensive item. But we can craft then sort of a chalice, the Holy Grail kind of thing that people can drink from, and then they cure afflictions. So I've changed my research around, and we'll get to Evocation 5, and there's a reason for this. We get, let's talk about that a little bit. We get the Blade Wind here, which is a really good Earth 3 attack spell, which we can use. Also Bolt of Unlife, which is not bad. And then back further down we get Falling Frost, which is really nice. We also get Falling Frost. Oh, is that? Because I was thinking about the Cleansing Water, which is for killing undead with water magic. Like mass area of effect, killing undead with water magic, and we are spamming water mages. So this would be a really nice one to have. And that's in 6. I thought it was in 5. Maybe we'll just go Evocation 4 for now, and then we'll go Enchantment 6. I need Enchantment 6 to have relief, so that we can counter all of those fatigue plays by casting our own relief in a fight. I think it's just absolutely necessary to have it. So we will get it up to 6 now, and then we're going to Construction 8. And it'll take forever. It'll be like 10 or 15, maybe 20 turns from now. Probably more like 10 to 15. But we'll get it. And then I'm skipping Blood Magic. In Blood Magic, what I wanted to go for was the Curse of Blood, which is 77 Blood Slaves. But when we're spending 10 or 50 Blood Slaves to empower this guy, and then we're going to be spending some on casting the ritual, and if it works and turns out well, I'll do it with Samwise and marry a dog too. And that will basically use all of our Blood Slaves. And I'm not sure. So you please do let me know if you think that is absolutely insane. It might be. With the same amount of Blood Slaves, we would get 2.5 vampires in Blood 5. And we have spent a lot of research on almost getting there, so it's... And the thing is, the vampires are immortal, like the Wraithords are, so they're really good and will be there forever when we get them. On the other hand, I really I'm okay with spending 50 Blood Slaves for an angel, basically. That's basically how I'm looking at it. We're getting a fresh angel for 70 Blood Slaves. Plus, once they are empowered, I might give them an Armor of Souls, which is magic resistance +5 and blood magic +1. So they have blood magic with them and higher magic resistance. And also this dagger is not bad. It has partial life drain. So you could go blood 5, and then you can suddenly start casting some battlefield spells with the angels as well, if you need it, like going in casting Shadow Imp instead of just holding the first turn or something. Like they get a little bit more utility, and might be able to do some cool shit. Basically. Excuse me. It's going to be a really long episode, isn't it? It's going to be a really long one. It's already an hour. Wow. Okay, let's keep pushing on. Against Rasbad, it's a really simple fight. Everything up front. Most of them on hold and no, not even most of them hold attack flyers, because it's attack flyers. Most of them are on guard commander and or undisciplined. Hold an attack rear for these guys, and these guys are holding it. I actually said put them on hold and attack flyers, fly and attack flyers, because that's both made. You know what? I'll do the same here. Counter the flyers first to make sure that we save our own units. And their mages are also flyers, so it's fine. And then they won't attack the undead unless they are in base contact with them. So it's mostly here about, I have everything in here, and then most of the things around them, and we're going to try to not die to the initial flyer assault. These guys up here are not in the fight at all. I didn't want to... He's going to enter sight. Alright, and so... These guys are not in the fight at all. That might be a mistake, but I don't think we need them. Yep. That's basically it. This is a little bit of a weird script, but I dig it. It's fine. And that's sort of it. We'll be spamming skeletons early so that we have... So hopefully the flyers will land on them. And just spamming skeletons all day will probably win, and the Sylphs will win us the battle rather quickly. I'm expecting him to move out of here if he doesn't take his turn. I checked before I started my turn here, and Rosbot has still not submitted his turn, so I don't know if he'll stale again. But I'm just gonna pour everything in But he should retreat at this point. He must realize that he will not win this unless he flies in with some air support from somewhere else, in which case it might be an interesting fight. I still think the Sylphs gives us a massive advantage here, so it's... Alright, moving on. Bob is moving over here into Kareen, because he didn't find anything in Bergamum. He's not going to be needed up here. There's nothing in Mark. I think from Kareen, he can reach Bergamum, clearly. He will be able to reach Mark. He will be able to reach Kuntum, Barmay, and he might even be able to reach Ottenshire, and he might be able to reach the Grain Gate. So putting Bob in here, he can respond to threats in the entire domain. And I might even build a fort here. That would be ideal. Build a lab and a fort in here to just have that sort of center zone where we can put Bob, and he will be able to respond to any threat nearby. He could research. But I want to hold Kuntum. It's mostly so that I can respond in Kuntum next turn, in case. But I am moving everything nearby in here to help with patrolling. No, not patrolling, but everything here is moving and patrolling, and then from here, people with Twice-Born are moving in and patrolling. I buffed up the province defense a little bit. I hope we can defeat Atinium if they come in here. Atinium is sort of spreading out the units a little bit and making smaller and smaller doom stacks, and hopefully we will be able to break them soon. We are attacking these two provinces with our Wraith Lords, and hopefully they will kill a lot. What else is there to speak of? Let's do all the crafting while I remember. Nothing. Forge armor of knights here. We gave this guy a champion skull so we can level some of our buried initiates. I found that in the Battle of Jebaro. In here, Forge Elixir, Twice-Born on Galadriel, of course, and then Auspex here on the Forest. Then we are doing Twice-Born, Maze of Eruption here, an area attack fire thing, melee weapon. Heavenly Wrath, so a new angel coming in, and an Amulet of Anti-Magic here. In here we need to keep casting... No, not Spine Devils, my bad. Monthly Ritual, Bind Bone Fiends, yep. Maybe you should forge. Now we are committed sort of to... I want an extra Armor of Souls for Frodo. He will be grabbing that moving on out. So he is getting the blood thing, at least that one guy. Might be a mistake, but I'm hoping it'll be cool, basically. Yeah. Oh, okay. So, oops. We will have a look again here. We are still building castle in here. Nothing special there. Here we are forging an armor of knights again. Hill Giant. That's sort of it here. We're raiding that one there. We're moving up this bishop fish to join this army, and then they should be able to be ready to finally start pushing in and retaking these water provinces here and holding them, hopefully. We're doing a water lens in here. Contact Hill Giant here. That's it. Copper plate here. Moving out both of these mages here, because now we have two in the underwater that can cast the things that we need. We don't need them here. One of them will be going into this forest, moving sort of towards the water. The other one will move sort of northwards towards Haraspa, so we're spreading them out a bit. And here we are doing horsepex at the caverns down here. And moving out into these provinces. Not with a lot, but this guy alone is pretty strong. Stay behind troops. Yeah. This guy's just raiding up here, and he's on retreat, so he's just checking if we put up any province defense in here. Not always did they do it. Our underwater anti-raiding group will be moving over to the Sacred Lake. Trying to read where he's going and staying in one zone of the Deep Black Sea, so we can clear that up if it gets locked down. I made this guy in here, who is a Kululu commander. There's nothing really special about him, but he's got higher map move than the other types of commanders, so he can move all the way up here to the Tifian Sea, where we now have some units to pick up. And we'll keep recruiting one turn here. That's fine. This guy is raining into the water. Have I covered everything? I think I have, and it's been a long episode now, probably the longest one so far. So I think it's fine to end it here. The war against Shenton going pretty well. If we take Laria and take Shenton, then it's over. He's gonna be alive for a long time, I think, but he's not really a significant part of this game anymore. And we can, if we push up this way in through him, we can push into Rustbart that way, and we'll do the same up here. Once we clear the Green Gate, I'll push north. And once he starts breaking, I think Avas will turn on us, and then that will be the final war of I have to beat Avas, and then I win the game. Sort of what we're looking at right now. That'll be okay. We should soon be able to make a new prophet, and I'm really, really tempted to make it one of the angels. We'll see. It'll probably be one of the angels. Yeah, that makes the most sense to me. Let's have a look at the Hall of Fame. Give it up, Frodo. Look at these guys dying so many times. Meriadoc almost at Sariel level, but not quite in terms of experience. Frodo now on the list. I think I'm the only one who has a guy on the Hall of Fame that hasn't died at least once. Bilbo somehow managed to die 3 times. Okay, that's because of the elixirs of life, of course. But he is permanent now. I guess we can resurrect him as a mummy, so that's not really efficient. Never mind. We'll maybe try it. I think this is the end of the episode. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you still think the game is fun. I do, and it'll be a little bit more to come. The war against Avas is something that I'm excited for now. Not to say that Rustbart won't put up any resistance, but he's not that big. And what we've seen so far, we've beaten him sort of... He pushed in, and then I've just sort of pushed him out again without any real... I mean, it's not like I didn't put effort into it, but we've beaten him pretty handedly. The biggest victory being killing 7 mages here without taking any losses. And now he was trying to siege down a fort, and it will most likely not work. Unless he surprises me. He might teleport the cow in. That would be kind of cool. I'm not even sure that that would be smart. These are dealing lightning damage, and I don't know how the cow reacts to lightning damage. But we'll see. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one, and bye-bye.